Now going on to number 13, this is a question about a really important concept on the SAT, the discriminant. Now, first of all, you should definitely know the quadratic formula by heart if you don't already. Super important. And the discriminant is this part of the quadratic formula. It's the b squared minus 4ac. It's the part that's under the radical. And depending on the value you have under the radical, whether it's positive, 0, or negative, that dictates how many solutions you'll have. So for instance, in this situation, if you have a positive under the radical, that's going to result in 2 solutions because you'd have 2 plus a number and 2 minus a number. The answers would be 4 over 3 and 0. So you'd have 2 solutions. If the discriminant is 0, you don't have anything to add or subtract, so the answer would just be 2 over 3. There'd be 1 solution. And a negative under a radical is not allowed in math, so when the discriminant is negative, you have no solutions. So here, we need to determine whether the discriminant is negative for any of these, because no real solutions means that b squared minus 4ac must be negative. So let's try the different answer choices. A has x squared plus 14x minus 49. Now, by the way, these are in the format of ax squared plus bx plus c. So for a, the a coefficient is the invisible number 1, b is 14, and c is negative 49. So b squared minus 4ac would be 14 squared minus 4 times 1, which we are not going to even write because nothing happens when you multiply by 1, times negative 49. So you don't have to do any calculation here because you know that you'll have a positive plus a positive. And that's because everything in here will become positive. You have 2 negatives multiplied together to give you a positive. So going to answer choice B, you have negative 14 squared minus 4 times 1 times 49. So here you'll have a positive and a negative added together. And 14 squared is 196. And negative 4 times 49 is negative 196. So here you'll have 0. So this situation would have had 1 solution. Now going on to C, we have b squared minus 4ac. So we don't have to do the calculation again because negative 14 squared is positive. And here we'll have a negative times a positive times a negative. In other words, we have 2 negative signs, and that'll be positive. So that is also a positive plus a positive. And so regardless of the actual numbers, this will be positive. And so we already know the answer is going to have to be D. But let's go ahead and look at it. Negative 14 squared, b squared, minus 4a and c. So calculating that out, that's 196 minus 980. And so we know that answer will be negative. Doesn't really matter what the numbers are. And so negative discriminant means no real solution, and our answer is D.